Well, Richard, your side returned back to winning ways on Sunday, so what were you pleased with the performance?
I think there's lots of aspects to it. The fact that we were in the same situation as we were against Bridgwater, having had a lot of chances, but still only at 2-0 at half-time. So we spoke at half-time about the fact that the mentality had to be what we'd wanted from the Bridgwater game and to come out, step it up. And we got that third important goal, fairly early in the second half, and then kicked on from there. So that was pleasing. The quality of the football was really pleasing. We sort of dominated possession, but didn't just dominate possession without chances. We hit the crossbar twice, hit the post twice. We created a lot of chances, so it was quite an exciting and good performance from the girls.
As you talk about exciting and good performance, back to winning ways, it must have been great to pick up the 3 points.
Yes, exactly what we needed. We've been waiting for it a little bit too long, but it's kind of restored. The cookie curse has been lifted. She's won a game with us, and I think everybody's delighted with that.
Jess Smiths scored her first goal for the club. That must give her great confidence.
Yeah, it's really, it's nice because, Elise Haynes came in and scored her first league goal, for the club, and I told her she would score the night before as well, and she didn't disappoint me. And then for Jess to kind of come on early in the second half and play really well, she really did herself justice, and it was particularly pleasing, I think, to see the manner in which all the other girls sort of celebrated Jess's goal with her. It was really nice.
When we're talking about Jess Smith and Elise Haynes, we're talking about two very young players in the aspect of things as well. So it must be great for both of them not only to get minutes, but both get goals as well.
Look, both of their attitudes have been absolutely fantastic. It's really, really difficult for talented young players at our level because they're competing against experienced players, and they're just trying to find their way. But both of them have got a fantastic attitude, work ethic. It's been disappointing for them at times, but I've told them that it would be hard this season, and they've really stuck at it. So fair play to them. I'm really proud of them.
Goals for Annie Colston, Libby Davis, and Sahara. So clinical in every department on Sunday.
Yeah, although I think both Libby and Annie could have a few more. At the moment they're still ticking them over, aren't they? Sahara's good on set pieces for us. So another headed goal from a set piece. Worth mentioning, like Billy's delivery for set pieces. 2 goals from corners, great left foot. She gives us that.
I think you mentioned it already, but hitting the crossbar and post plenty of times, and your side dominating, but they didn't let their heads drop. You just kept coming forward.
Yeah, no complacency, and that's us learning our lessons. That's us as a group coming together and recognising that what we need to do. I think our strikers are going to be more clinical, going to need to be more clinical, but what we need to be is relentless and keep pushing on, not get complacent at all.
You talk about lessons learning and learning lessons throughout sort of a really difficult period as such, but were you delighted with how your side kept going and continued to break through Southampton's resilience?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I said to the players at half-time, I challenged them to match Izzy Cook's work rate. Izzy's level of intensity and the way that she works, that's how all the players need to be, to push right through for 90 minutes. And we was able to make early changes, bring players in who worked, wanted to show what they could do, and I think it resulted in a 90-minute performance from us, which is important and something that we can take away from this and take into the final part of the season.
Looking ahead to this weekend, you change your attention to Wiltshire County Cup action, a competition that your side won last year, so your side will be wanting to do well again in this competition this year.
Yeah, it's an important competition for our young players. It's an important competition for us to integrate those with the first team, with our own calendar as well. It's also going to be important for some of our first team players to just get some minutes to keep ticking over some of the ones that perhaps didn't get as much, on Sunday. We're expecting, from last season, some of these lower league teams they pose a problem because they'll fight on the pitch and they'll also be quite direct at times, which is not something that we particularly have at our level, and so it can be quite challenging to deal with.
A competition that saw fans introduced to a number of upcoming young talented female footballers last season. Can fans expect to see more of them this season?
Yeah, we've got young Elise Clayton, who we've mentioned before. She'll be coming into the squad, and then there are players like Tia. I think that Kaylee, unfortunately, has picked up a knock this week, so she won't be able to be involved at this stage. But yeah, there's a few dev players that we'll be bringing into the squad, and hopefully give them some of them their first opportunity, and others that did really so well in the competition last year will come back into it as well. As players like Billy, who love the County Cup, and can't wait to get involved.
Talking of Billy Haynes, if we just recap on the last round, obviously you didn't take the game as you were in league action. Kiana Della took it with the development side, but had some first team players involved. But Billy Haynes must have enjoyed herself in the last round, scoring 2 goals and her first minutes returned from injury as well.
Yeah, she likes playing football, and she particularly likes, grass pitches and that style of, more direct football sometimes. So she just really enjoys the competition, and I'm not going to stop her from enjoying it. She does well. She can show her quality at, against the level of those kind of teams as well, and perhaps, it gives us the opportunity to play her further up as well, and use her ability at sort of beating players, and her good striking as well. She's one of our players that can shoot from distance and score.
As you mentioned already, and I'm sure having first-hand experience of the competition last year, no teams are going to be a rollover in this competition at all. But what do you know about Bemerton Heath Harlequins ahead of this weekend?
Yeah, last season nobody was particularly, other than very, very, very early on, nobody was a rollover at all. So yeah, we're expecting them to be, put up a bit of resilience, against us, and they're a team that's in high confidence. They're sort of top of their league. I think they're 5 points clear with a game in hand. At the top of their county league, they've got a good sort of goal record. So I think one of their players has got 18 in 8. So they'll be confident, and they'll be wanting to put on a show for themselves. They look like they're a team too strong for their league. So yeah, I'm not expecting it to be just straightforward. I'm expecting them to put up a fight, and why wouldn't they? They've got nothing to lose.